Nintendo Directs, Nintendo's seasonal event presentations. A time where they show off big games coming soon, and a time when Nintendo streamers does over-the-top reactions and they re-upload them on their YouTube page. So yeah, they are pretty much a massive deal to Nintendo fans. We're always looking forward to the next Nintendo Direct, but once you look back at the previous ones, you can tell how much Nintendo Directs changed over the years. I mean, hell, when the first Nintendo Direct started, the Wii was still alive and the Wii U has yet to release. So while we wait for the next Nintendo Direct, I thought it would be a fun time to look back at the previous Nintendo Direct over the years. Now I ain't going to be doing all of them because there's about over 100 of them. I'm just going to be doing the most interesting Nintendo Directs. Let's start with the very first one. Now when it comes to Nintendo Directs, they always give out big announcements. So what does the first Nintendo Direct showcase? Shrek Thriller. I bet that wasn't on your bingo card. Now for this Nintendo Direct, it's mostly a testing water to see if this is a good way to presentate their Nintendo games. I mean, hell, there's not even any background music for this first Nintendo Direct.
This first installment, we've got some important news if you're an owner of Nintendo 3DS.
He kinda sounds like he's talking to the library or something. For the next time they did a Nintendo Direct, they went a bit more in depth with stuff like Kid Icarus Uprising, doing more of an interview kind of thing. I should also mention that around this time it was mostly on 3DS games because the Wii is about to wrap up and they're about to start on the Wii U. And since the 3DS did recently came out around this time, it made sense to focus on the 3DS. But then during a pre-E3 showcase, they showcased the Wii U in a Nintendo Direct. Albeit they didn't showcase any games, they mostly showcased what the Wii U can do. That's because they're mostly showcasing their Wii U games at the E3 showcase, which is their final press conference, believe it or not. They casually started doing it more often in 2013, but what really synced in that this is the way to go for Nintendo presentations is at E3 2013. And honestly, for their early Nintendo Directs, this is definitely one of their best Nintendo Directs. This Nintendo Direct had a mainline Mario game, a mainline Mario Kart game, a mainline Zelda game, a mainline Pokemon game, a mainline Donkey Kong game, various indie and third-party games, and end things off with a mainline Smash Bros. Game. And the best part is, every game they announced here had a balance of amount of time they had on screen. You're watching one trailer for about 3 minutes and then it suddenly goes to the next one. And let's not forget the thing that they do every time they start a Nintendo Direct.
Today I'd like to deliver directly to you.
This was the regular format that Nintendo Direct had throughout the years. Though sometimes, during some certain games coming out soon, they do special Nintendo Directs specifically for that game. For this Mario Kart Direct, they did this whole theming about this guy watching TV, and most of the channels being Mario Kart.
Oh, I should know more about that game.
Do you find yourself wishing that Nintendo would fully unveil Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U?
Yes.
Good. Here's Mr. Iwata with a special Mario Kart 8 presentation.
It's like Nintendo heard me.
They went all in with this TV theming. Even with the transition, it's literally the guy holding a remote and changing the channel. And also, I find it funny when they showcase Pink Gold Peach in action, the first thing you'll see is her behind flames. Like, this is the depths of hell!
I'll never forget hitting that jump. My landing made me hate bananas and peels for the rest of my life.
Another Nintendo Direct I could think of that did theming well was the Splatoon Nintendo Directs, where they had this whole thing where the employees of Nintendo are research developers. Like when they're trying to showcase the characters, they refer to them like they're new species that they're discovering for the first time. That does great for marketable plushies. I also like how the announcer is just so enthusiastic about the whole thing.
Turf with it. Trust me, I'm geeking out too. I'm a scientist. That's all I can do. Well, we have officially named...
This was also the time where Nintendo tried to add more personality to their announcements by having these little skits around.
What will they be showing?
It doesn't say, but...
I am a new peripheral here, made by Mr. Miyamoto.
Forget about it. I'm just going home.
Now, of course, the game announcements are the most important part, but these little skits here are a bit of a bonus. Even when they're trying to do E3 announcements, they collaborated with other studios to do these little animations.
Fisame.
If you say so.
Welcome to E3 Nintendo fans. And you guys thought we wouldn't have a press conference. Not my problem.
This is honestly the funniest thing Nintendo has done, because this is literally a satire of both Nintendo and Nintendo fans.
Come on, Reggie, give us Mother 3!
How about this instead?
And then, for their 2015 showcase, they decided to have a Muppet style, which is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yes, we're ready to start filming the Nintendo digital event for E3 2015.
Okay, thank you. I will head directly to the stage.
This was mostly done to showcase the new Star Fox game, where the Nintendo higher-ups get transformed into Star Fox characters.
Huh? Look, look!
These little skits are spread throughout the E3 presentation, and these are really funny, just having these Muppets just move around. I should also mention that this was the final Nintendo presentation that had the former president Satoru Iwata before he passed away. May he rest in peace. Now after his passing, they continued doing Nintendo Directs, but with people like Bill Trent or Reggie starting the Direct off. But his presence in Nintendo Directs will be sorely missed. Next year will be the final time we would have a Nintendo Direct in this kind of style. Because upon late 2016, Nintendo had a massive rebranding of their style and everything. In a way, it's kind of like if the Nintendo Directs got a massive reboot or something. In previous Nintendo Directs, when they're trying to transition from game to game, they had Bill Trent or someone to talk about the game beforehand. Now when they're trying to do transitions, they have this little highlight reel to go straight to the point. Though for some of their E3 trailers, they just have the Switch snapping intro and then boom trailer. It goes right to announcement and gets straight to the point. And during E3, if you want to see more of a certain Nintendo game announced, you have this Treehouse event afterwards that showcases more of the gameplay. Sometimes they change the format of the highlight reel. Sometimes the first time it had this thing where they go downwards. And then we had this kind of highlight reel, and then now we have this. I should also mention around this time, Nintendo announced a new type of Nintendo Direct, which is the Nindy Showcase. Which is pretty much a Nintendo Direct specifically for indie games and Konami. Yeah, Konami. Everyone's favorite indie publisher? Everything went smoothly for Nintendo Directs until 2020 hit, where they had to improvise due to some situations during 2020. So instead of doing big Nintendo Directs, they decided to do smaller Nintendo Directs, and when they do gaming announcements, they just simply drop it on YouTube. With the only big Nintendo Direct I can think of was probably the Mario Direct in September, where it's pretty much just a Nintendo Direct but with Mario announcements. Now let's talk about those Nintendo Direct minis, because holy crap, they were very lackluster that year. Now Nintendo said they are partner showcases, as in they're from third-party developers, but holy crap, the lineup they had there was just so ugh. But luckily in 2021, Nintendo Directs return, where we get 3 big Nintendo Directs per year. And that's where we are right now, and honestly looking back, you can really tell how much Nintendo Directs changed over the years. What started out as just some casual small updates became massive events for Nintendo fans. Every time when you wake up and you see that Nintendo Direct announcement online, you get really hyped and think about what would they announce there. And sometimes when they deliver, they really deliver. It's kind of like if you wake up on Christmas Eve and you're thinking of what you'll be getting this year. And when they do reveal big games, it's really fun to see people excited for them. Sometimes when they have a Nintendo Direct, there's some misses, but when they hit, they really hit. Anyway, so I think that'll do for today, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!